We have New York City. Everyone knows the center of the universe is New York City.
Everybody knows the center of the universe is where I'm at, because screw you. Everything I see from my perspective is my world perspective, so I'm the main character of my story. So my time zone is the only real time zone that I can perceve.
But who said that this was your story?
Well, we're all the characters in our own story, so technically by thinking about it, you all could just be figments of my imagination, or I could just be a figment of all of your all imagination.
And see, the thing is, you're almost right. We're all characters in Weasel's own story.
What?
Yeah, but we haven't been having sex with each other, so I don't know if that's true.
That just makes you a side character.
I guess.
What?
Anyway, shall we start the recording before we go anywhere down the psychological rabbit hole?
Oh, we did about 53 seconds ago, so I wouldn't worry about it. So hi, everybody.
Are you serious, Casey?
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be an opening.
It's fun.
So for context, we spent about 10 minutes talking about time zones for...
We were talking about time zones, and it started to get weird.
Yeah.
Started.
I want everyone to know I was not involved in whatever this conversation evolved into. I was getting a bottle of water.
Yeah.
So.
Kenshi was gloriously absent.
So, hello everybody. Welcome to the Fandom Flux podcast.
Hello.
194.
Welcome.
I remembered this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a lot of people this week. We have pretty much everyone except Slicer, who is, he's Slicer. We love him,
Never
but
actually
he's
around.
not here because he's busy as hell. I should talk to him. I haven't talked to him in a few weeks. Yeah, so I'm here. I'm Casey. How's it going? We have Weasel.
Hi. Good morning, everyone. Let's make this a great day.
Ha 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 ha.
She keeps saying that. It's not going to happen, but okay. Kenshi.
I'm very chipper this morning.
Huh?
Well. Okay.
Well, someone dropped the ball on their intro.
Did I?
Yeah.
Yes.
Huh?
Did I?
Okay. Zero is here.
My dog used to get excited by the name Sanchez. We don't know why.
I don't know why I find that funny.
Letting the joke go. Just letting it go. Spoken. And patient.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Hello, Casey. How are you?
I'm alright. How are you? How are you, patient? Let's start with patient. Because he asked, and he was nice.
Let's start with the most pleasant person on the podcast.
Yeah.
With the pleasant person on the podcast, I think you meant to say.
Now, why would you insult Weasel like that, Spoken?
Oh.
Weasel's with me. Pleasant doesn't cover it.
Alright. Well, this past week was the first time I didn't hit my quota as far as setting up appointments go. But to compensate for that, I actually got a sale, which means next week's paycheck is going to have a nice $500 for me.
Nice.
Yep. Alright, so aside from that, things are going very well between my girlfriend and I. We've exchanged addresses now, and we are mailing presents that we've made for each other to each other. So, hoping that she likes what I made.
Oh.
Or rather what I commissioned to have made, but I think she'll love it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's adorable.
Yeah.
Okay.
Less so is that we're both nervous about what's going to happen when... no, not something that I should say on a public podcast like this, I'm afraid.
Okay.
Alright, so,
If you
aside
want to
from
talk
that,
about it later, we can lend an ear if you want.
yeah. Okay, so, this past weekend was General Conference. That was a lot of fun for me. Quite refreshing. And, let's see. Turn of a new month, and since it's October, Halloween Wars has started again.
Oh god, Halloween. Okay.
What's Halloween Wars?
It's a competition on Food Network where they take pumpkin carvers, cake artists, and candy artists, and they combine their skills to make the most fantastic and frightening sculptures they can. It's 6 teams. Each one is eliminated with each challenge, and they keep going until there's only one left, and the last team standing wins 50 grand.
Oh, cool.
Lots of... It's really amazing what they can do with pumpkin, cake, and candy to make it look so scary.
Nice.
Oh god, I'm so hungry.
Casey,
Sorry,
go get food.
sorry, Casey.
It's okay.
Casey, you should really go get some food.
I have. It's gonna be 40-something minutes. I'm starting to sound a little bit more like Winnie the Pooh for no reason. I don't know where that came from. Oh, bother.
A British albino Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah. So an albino Winnie the Pooh.
I'm sorry, Casey.
That'd be the Arctic version. It's a polar bear instead of the regular guy.
Anyway, Casey, I think we can spare a few minutes while you go and get food.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I can endure.
Okay.
You don't need to endure, though.
No, I'm cool with it. Makes for the
We're
Okay,
fun.
then.
not.
If you're sure.
Anything else, patient?
Oh, yes, there's one big bit of news that we've... that this bites...
I wondered if you would remember this.
Pardon?
I said I was wondering if you were going to remember this.
I'm not going to let you steal big news from me twice in a row, Spitman.
No, but the next one I'm going to get over on you. Twice in a row, no, but 2 out of 3, yeah, I'm going for that.
And what would the next big one be, pray tell?
That'd be a spoiler.
I don't know yet.
Also, if he were to reveal it now, then it would be 2 in a row. So...
Oh, yeah. So, No, I'm kidding. Go ahead, patient.
Thank you. We've recently been made aware that a couple of our fans are fluent in Spanish and German, so we presented them with an offer. We would grant them backstage passes to the story if they would translate This Bites into other languages, and they accepted.
Cool beans.
So we have a translation team now.
Yep.
And I just realized that I could have gotten one over you by saying, go ahead, patient, tell them about the translation team.
Thank you for not being so mean.
Missed opportunities.
Tater, come on, don't be a dick.
No, that's
Alright,
actually
let's
true,
try.
remember.
Go ahead, patient.
Not much aside from that, I think. Not even a new recommendation. I've been looking for one, but I just haven't been finding a lot of good picks. It's depressing, really. Yawning, spoken.
A little bit, yeah.
How wooed.
I'm sorry.
Wood.
Fandom
I'm
Flux
sorry,
is
Jar Jar.
tired and hungry.
Yes.
So, I'll go next so I can stop thinking about it and can go to Dreamland with this gourmet burgers and everything. Just
For the umpteenth time,
I'm not
go
going
get-
nowhere.
That was a double negative, so go somewhere.
Okay, so he just said that you would.
Yeah, the only thing in Dreamland is Kirby.
Who coincidentally eats everything.
Yeah, so like you're not gonna find any food there.
But here's the thing: if he eats everything, then if I eat him, I eat everything.
Oh
You'll
my!
die.
You plan on eating someone?
You'll die. Kirby has a pocket dimension in his stomach. You'll die.
Then afterwards, so would I. That's how that works, right? I know
No.
science.
No, it's not how it works.
Do you even physics, bro?
No, I barely scraped a C grade in that class, so no is the answer to that question.
I got a choice between physics and film, and I chose film.
In fact, for the other sciences, I didn't pass, so yeah, I don't science either. My name is Artistic License in the Sciences. So, what I've been doing this week is I caught up a little bit more in One Piece, but the One Piece thing is a little sketchy on some things. Like, it hasn't revealed the new bounties yet, as far as I am, which is halfway through the Zoe arc, because I assume they want to only show that scene once because doing it twice is redundant and presumably kills pacing, is their thinking, I think. So, yeah, they have said Usopp has like 200 million now, but haven't revealed the poster or his new epithet or anyone else's new numbers or anything like that. So it's really weird and out of order in that sense. It's not great.
When in doubt, use the wiki.
Like,
That doesn't really make any sense at all. I mean, the bounty posters, without giving too much away, spoiler-wise, there was something in the bounty posters that was rather essential to the plot of the Zoe arc.
and I assume that's why they haven't shown it yet, because they're going to have that reveal be done with a flashback to the bounty posters. And that's how they're going to do it. It's not good, by my estimation. That's not a good way to do it. They should... Like, that's not a scene that should have been cut and moved around. That needed to go where it was. But, you know, whatever. I'll keep catching up eventually. And once the Whole Cake Island arc starts, I'll just have to go back to watching the regular anime. Because, yeah, there's only one episode of that for One Piece. So, just gonna have to go back to the regular. Oh well. At least things will be in order there.
Oh, they released the new One Piece opening. Hope.
Cool.
Yeah, I've not been watching the anime in a long time. I've just been manga, and I'm gonna be doing a manga binge soon, just to catch up. But I heard they had a new opening out.
So, yeah, I'll keep catching up with that as time goes on. In the meantime, I played a bit more of Persona 5.
Mm-hmm.
You mean the game of Beat?
Yeah, that game you beat.
The game I beat twice.
For an 80-hour game, like minimum, if you like rush it, I'm impressed with how few writing foul-ups there are, considering how much of that game is literally just writing.
What game? Again?
Persona 5.
Persona 5.
Oh, right.
Even so, that weird thing with Morgana running away is still really weird, and they don't actually resolve it in any satisfactory fashion.
He just wants to be appreciated.
But he doesn't, though. Like, they don't resolve that at all.
It's kind of resolved, but it's not really made a big deal out of.
Is it true Morgana is genderless but identifies as male?
Morgana,
No.
That's spoilers.
It is kind of spoilers, but
yeah.
It is.
he
But
believes
Morgana
he's human and
Yeah.
wants to turn back into a human. I don't know whether that's true or not yet, because I'm not that far in the game.
Morgana does say that he's male.
Yes.
Okay.
And in the early game before he's revealed, he is given the title of boyish voice for the voice you hear in the radio. Even though it's very, very obviously a female voice actor.
Yeah.
So yeah, that whole situation isn't resolved in the slightest. It's like Ryuji's an asshole for no reason, and Morgana feels put down, so he runs away, and then we chase after him, and everyone's apologizing and says, "Hey, we love you, come back," and then Ryuji decides, "I would be an asshole again." And then stuff happens and Morgana comes back and none of that is resolved. Ryuji never apologizes, no one asks him to, and the whole conflict becomes about something different entirely.
It's a the whole thing is Ryuji from for a long part of the story he's always being a jerk to Morgana, but usually Morgana can bounce back from that pretty easily and do a comeback. It's just the circumstances around that period of time made Morgana more sensitive to that.
Yeah, I mean, I get the build up to it. Like playing it again, I got it more than I got it the first time, but it's just that there's no resolution to it whatsoever. That really irked me.
It's kind of a slight resolution. I feel like they were going to do a scene like they did with two other characters when the main character wasn't around, but they opted against it for some reason.
Yeah, like I say,
Maybe they ran out of time.
For as much story is in that game, and there's a lot of story in that game, I can only count, so far, admittedly, 3 foul-ups. And that's one of them, the thing with Ann being treated as a sexual object after her whole arc is about how she gets treated like a sexual object, and that's a really bad thing. Yeah. And the Fortune social link, because that's just shit.
That's just because you really, really hate scammers for personal reasons.
I don't think anyone particularly likes scammers, but I also don't like fortune tellers that are real or purported to be real. Like, fate as a concept just really fucking bothers me.
I don't think she's necessarily badly written, but I do understand your dislike for her.
Yeah, just the whole character rubs me the wrong way.
There, Casey. There, you little rage monster.
Little what? Sorry?
It was the first thing that came to mind. I wanted to say rage something, but I couldn't.
I think you need to enunciate more, because that's not what that sounded like.
It really
What?
isn't.
What did you think I said?
Let's not dwell on that.
Okay, let's... Okay, yeah.
What did you think I said?
Let's not worry about that.
Yeah, so...
Yeah. We're looking towards the future here on Fandom Flux.
I don't know if Weasel's going to calm down unless we say that it sounded like rape.
Oh my god!
Anyway...
Fandom
God.
Flux invests in better Weasel muzzles.
Can't invest in better ones. The old ones haven't gotten here yet.
Casey. You could just hear Casey writing that down.
You can see it, too. So, yeah. Chill, Weasel. So, yeah. Also, obviously, got to the bit where meeting the last proper party member for the game. And, wow, her voice acting is terrible.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. You know how Japan really loves the cutesy voice thing where all women are kind of expected to talk in an upper register for no reason? Kawaii desu ne?
Please
Casey,
don't
say
do
that
that
again.
Yeah,
That actually made me cringe.
yeah.
Casey,
So
say it again.
I feel like that's what the director asked this voice actress to do, and just do that regardless of any other circumstances. Even if it stops you from being able to act, do that. Yeah.
Shoosh pap pap, Casey.
I feel like there were a lot of mistakes made with that character. I don't think the character's bad, but I do think that they could have done that character a lot better.
Really?
character-
I think the biggest mistake with her is introducing her so late when she's her
Yeah,
love
I know.
interest.
That's one of the main things.
They do that all the time with characters.
Yeah,
Usually.
that's not really the main issue, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, the character's kind of generic. Rich girl, and she's being, given shit by her dad and such, yada, yada, yada. It's so common a character trope.
There's some lines, mementos that like show parts of her that they could have probably fleshed out in a social link that I wish they did, but they don't.
Yeah, that tends to happen for the last real party member in a game, is they just get kind of short shrift.
It's like now that everyone's done orgasming over Persona 5, we're scrutinizing everything wrong with it.
Have you met me?
I mean, we were already
just-
doing that. Casey just didn't beat it when me and Zero beat it.
Yeah. Also, this is still the first time I've played this and the first time I've encountered this character, really. And yeah, I'm immediately shitting on it. Again, have you met me?
Yes, about 8 months ago, actually.
Yeah. Was I as shitty then as I am now?
No, actually, I think you were trying to make a good first impression.
Yeah. That doesn't sound
Gosh,
like me.
it's been years. I've had to put up with your crap for years.
Yeah, but we're bros, right? That's Zero?
Sure.
We're bros.
You know, I was considering watching Hamilton, actually, the other night. I was like, you know what? Me and my dad could just watch that. And then I decided not to.
You know, right after I started recording, Weasel made a Hamilton references for like, I didn't, no prompting whatsoever, just threw it out there. I was happy.
Okay.
I did it just for you, Casey.
Thank you. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, horror's kind of shit. So that's, yeah, pretty much all there is for that. Like, the voice actress is, like, she voiced Sachi in Sword Art Online, and she was better there because I felt compelled to check. Like, if I was going to talk shit about her for this episode, I felt like I kind of needed to do my due diligence and actually see whether it was the director or the voice actor. It's probably the director, which is strange, because everyone else's voice acting is, like, kind of top tier.
Yeah, except for those times when they pronounce the Japanese words wrong.
Yeah. Sakamoto!
It's just... Why?
Yeah. So,
Wait, they seriously pronounce Sakamoto Sakamoto?
Yes.
every time.
It's an issue. I think the director had a problem. I don't know what it was, but he had a problem.
Oh well. I don't actually know who... I should look up who the localization director was. I'm curious.
So that we can go to his house and egg it.
No. I have a sneaking
Weasel,
suspicion it
no.
might have been Taliesin Jaffe because he plays literally everyone that isn't a named character. It's fucking everywhere.
I didn't know this game was
person.
rated X.
What?
I
just
get
said it
it
was-
because fucking everyone is funny. Aside from
What?
that, I don't. Steamworld Dig 2. I played that. I played that a lot, like 2 days straight. It's a pretty fucking good game. Like,
I might have to get my hands on that.
yeah, it's very therapeutic. It's literally a Metroidvania game, but with the mining theme. So, dig up resources, sell the resources, get better gear so you can dig up more resources, get new power-ups, a la Metroid and such. That kind of thing. Nice art style, really good soundtrack. Like, it kind of has to be if you're just going to be listening to the same 2 songs over and over and over again. like the town song, and then the mine song, and then the town song, and then the mine song. Yeah, kind of needs to be decent and listenable for a long period of time. And it is. So, good job to the music guy. So we're probably going to be doing some strams with that this week. So, yay.
Yeah.
Sweetness.
So excited.
Yeah, actually doing a stram this week. Sorry about last week, by the way. People that actually give a shit. Yeah.
Oh,
No.
you
Will never be
few
forgiven.
people.
Casey was in a bad headspace. I was busy, and Weasel was,
Tired.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mostly Casey was in a bad headspace, though.
Yeah,
It's all Casey's fault.
that one for the previous week before that was not great for that exact reason. And my last thing, because, I really need to wrap this up, is, remember my whole ID thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still
Yeah.
not over.
Oh.
I finally found a form of somewhat, accepted official ID that lets you apply by having your doctor sign it.
What?
It took 2 weeks for my doctor to sign it. So I have about a week before, I need it. About a week. So, yeah, I need to go pick that up and get that sent off so that they can double check it and such, and hopefully get it back to me before next week. Hopefully. That'd be nice. Like, I've kind of made peace with the fact that I'm probably going to have to cancel everything, and that's going to suck. But there will still be next year. Hopefully. So, maybe. Definitely not going to be able to do the cosplay thing I was going to do, but... Oh well. Sad face. Who wants to go next?
Sure, why
Zero,
not?
you want to go?
So mine's going to be
Spoken
fairly
is.
short.
Yep.
Mine's going to be fairly short. Found a really nice Italian place near my house.
Ooh, nice.
They're unreasonably expensive, but the food is worth the cost, I think.
Cool.
Got a new pair of sandals, the fourth
Mandals.
of the precise model that I've been wearing since I was in high school.
Nice.
Wow, that's dedication to a style.
They're cheap and comfortable. I mean, $40 for a pair of sandals that'll last me a year and a half. At least.
Yeah, well, I can't really talk. Black t-shirts and black cargos, and that's pretty much all I've worn for the past 20 years, so...
Wait, I just want to point out you're an albino wearing mostly black.
Yeah, monochrome, I get it, it's funny.
I'm so sorry.
That must be a very original thing for you to hear, Casey.
Hmm.
I can tell by your voice.
I'm so sorry.
I'm not sorry.
Here at
You know.
Fandom Flux, we encourage creativity.
I might finally be getting my mini fridge back. It's been on
Sweet.
loan for like 2 years now, and
Oh.
I might finally be getting that back in the next week or two. So yay, cold soda once more.
Yay!
Sweetness.
Yay. I finally got fed up with constant scheduling conflicts, constantly having to push things back, and my own inability to keep any sort of momentum going, and cancel that bare bones campaign that we were running.
It's a shame because remember the chlamydia that Casey's character caught?
He just got rid of it in the session, in the last session that we had, yeah.
Yeah. These
He gave a monastery full of possibly cannibalistic monks a raging case of the clap.
And when else is he going to be able to say that? Yeah, they agreed to give him his original heart back, but he had to give up something in exchange, but it could be something that was abstract, so long as it was important to him. So he started randomly throwing out suggestions, joking suggestions, and I said, "Ooh, what about your chlamydia?" He's like, "Huh."
That's important to a certain degree.
And Tater allowed it.
Yep. There's 2 campaigns. There was 1 campaign, and then I got fed up with bare bones. And now there's 2 campaigns. They're going to be on Tuesday and Thursday nights that are going to be D&D 3.5 in the This Bites Discord that are going to be set in the world of One Piece with crews composed of self-inserts of the players.
Well, that sounds fun.
And the idea has been pitched, and I'm personally all for this, to turn the campaign sessions and the interlinked stories of the East and West Blue crews into a narrative fiction, and to put it up into This Bites thread as a way of keeping it active during the hiatus.
I have a suggestion.
Yes.
Could we turn our bare bones campaign characters into like a motley sort of crew? Just like have them just and not even controlled by us, just NPCs somewhere. I want somebody there that has that explosion devil fruit.
And they spend their time shouting at the devil. Sorry, I was trying to put together a Motley Crue joke and I just couldn't.
You fail.
I do.
But yeah, thank you for the suggestion. There's now another rival crew for both of them.
They somehow survive through sheer luck, but they're there.
And last and definitely least, I've spent almost all of my free time this week helping my dad with taxes for his family business.
You sound so enthused.
It's incredibly exciting, and it definitely helps that it's the only fucking thing he's talked about all week.
Taxes. Wonderful.
Moving on.
Exciting.
Who's next?
No, Zero, you go. You usually take a while.
I'm sorry. So I beat Danganronpa 3, or V3 rather.
Danganronpa.
Danganronpa is a series. Danganronpa, however you want it. Dangling Grandpas. There we go. So yeah, Dangling Grandpa V3. So this whole series is about you got a bunch of people trapped in a sort of a killing game, and you have to basically it's part visual novel, part investigate, and then have a whole trial where you determine who the killer is, essentially. Don't jump into V3 if you haven't played Danganronpa 1 and 2 and watched the anime of Danganronpa 3, because it references all of that. That's all important. I thought this would be separate because they were like, "Oh, this is removed from that era," but it references and spoils so much of the previous games that you might want to just hold off on that until you're caught up. Very good game, very fun game, lots of fun characters. The ending is
literally the only thing I have to connect to Danganronpa is that shitty DLC thing from that shitty game that we played and gave up on.
Oh yeah, the how Monokuma appeared in Conception.
Yeah, that one. That was it. Yeah, Conception. I completely forgot.
Conception 2. So yeah, I don't think there's a Conception 1.
There is, but it wasn't released in this country.
Okay, so yeah, Danganronpa V3, very fun game. Like I guessed some of the methods, but even for the kills, but even then they're especially convoluted, and the murders are just I don't know. It's really smartly written when it comes to for solving the cases a lot of the time. I will say, ending is going to be a bit split opinion because of the way they handle it. But other than that, it's a really just solid, good game. I was sleep deprived yesterday because I stayed up and only got 3 hours of sleep because I was playing it.
No other feeling.
Yeah, I had a horrible headache that wouldn't go away until this morning when I got lots of sleep.
No, that feeling too.
So that was fun.
See, we're bros. We have all these things in common too. Remember?
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
I realized I had stopped playing Divinity Original Sin 2 for a little while because the frame rate was just acting up real bad. Turned out the problem was my resolution was set too high, so I was able to fix that. So now I'm enjoying that again. Yeah. So far, not. Oh yeah, I dropped a new chapter for my story.
You did?
Yeah.
Which one?
Lie, Cheat, Steal, Survive, the Ruby one.
Ah, okay.
Trying to expand the world a little bit and go into some character backstories that don't exist in canon. Because I had to make something there because it was important for what the story was trying to tell. So, yeah, this is probably going to be the most convoluted plotline because there's just so many factors going into it. But I'm excited for it. So, here's hoping to. Yeah, what you sound like you're going to say something, Casey.
Yeah, Roman's kind of seemingly more dickish than. Well, in fairness, we didn't get to see much of him being just a dude in canon. We just saw him in villain mode.
Yeah.
So.
Not to mention he's constantly on edge.
Who, Roman?
Like he hasn't gotten a decent night's sleep in a long time.
Yeah, dreaming about dying every time kind of puts a crimp in your sleeping.
Yeah, so he's kind of just cranky all the time. So he acts like a dick, but it tends to be like I'm trying to work with that though, because I can't just have him be nice because I feel like given the circumstances he's in, he and given his character, it wouldn't make sense. Plus, the best lies are always just slightly off from the truth. So it's best to play a person that's more like him and that he's a dick. Otherwise, there's never going to be a moment where like, oh, he's really nice. Oh, you're a dick. What? That seemed really out of character for you. Oh no, never mind. I'm so sorry. That's not going to happen. It's just going to be like, yeah, I expected that from him. If he is ever like in a really bad mood. Yeah, I'm working on trying to make that character better.
Oh shit!
You okay? Okay.
So who's heard of what happened in Las Vegas?
I have.
I work in news.
I just saw that on my newsfeed.
Oh, you just found. Oh shit.
Okay.
Another mass shooting.
I have some relatives I need to call. I'll be back later.
All right.
Okay. Yes. Okay. That seemed. Oh, yeah. I just saw that.
Oh.
Yeah, that was my morning. I thought everyone knew about that already.
Yeah, I was at Burger King, so I saw this morning. I saw the news on the TV.
Just woke up not too long ago, so.
International, I wouldn't have.
Our hearts go out to everybody in Las Vegas right now.
They've ISIS tried to claim responsibility, but the government has successfully ruled out international terrorism.
Okay, well, our hearts go out to all of you in Las Vegas, all of the people in Las Vegas. Yeah. Back to the podcast, I guess.
Yeah.
Now I lost track. I was talking about my story because
you were. Yes.
Yeah, but yeah, it's going well. Hopefully, I can get more chapters out soon, but have a lot of homework. Being an English major is kind of tough. With you have lots of books to read and lots of essays to write. So hopefully can get the next chapter soon. I've already written part of it. Yeah. My Hero Academia season 2 finished off.
It did.
And they confirmed there will be a season 3.
Yes,
As if there was
immediately.
any doubt. Yeah.
So, happy about that.
So,
Seeing a lot more of that now. Well, I say now, it's a fairly recent trend, past couple of years, of, hey, we're not going to do the long-running thing anymore because that's kind of unwieldy. So instead, just have a season, and then we'll renew it when there's actually more story to tell.
yeah. The only thing doing the weekly format, aside from One Piece, is Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah,
Okay,
which
I'm
is still
back.
pretty good, by the way.
You have been okay, Tater?
Yeah.
Everything okay?
I've got 2 younger siblings, half siblings, that live in Vegas. I called their mom. Apparently, they were out of town this weekend.
Oh, that's good.
Well, that's good for them at least.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that's about it for my week.
Okay.
My train of thought is quickly fading. So
Yeah. Weasel, how about you go next?
Is Kenshi busy?
I'm here, but he said you, so
So I've successfully uploaded all of the Few the Proud, my One Piece Marine Luffy fic to Space Battles. It was originally only on Sufficient Velocity, but now it's been ported over to Space Battles.
Mm.
All 3 chapters, plus the Chapter 3 Omake. Also, we now have a title for Chapter 2 of But the Crying, called Chapter 2, The Space Between the Stars.
Okay.
Also, I've been playing, of all things, a fan-made Ruby visual novel.
Huh.
Yep, it's called JPDE, which is the name of the team that is featured on it. You play
PDE.
Jade.
Yeah.
And people keep asking, where did the A come from?
Yeah, valid question.
You play... Yeah, go ahead, Zero.
I feel like that's JPDE is probably that being Jade is probably one of the stupidest Ruby freaking things, because
It is lampshaded.
at least with Ruby, like W and V have some visual similarity.
It is lampshaded.
There's
You
also
play-
the fact that W is pronounced as oo in some languages.
Yeah.
Celtic, I believe.
So
Okay,
there's a basis for that.
I'm just gonna, mute myself while you all discuss the title.
Weasel.
Okay. So, yeah.
You play a boy with amnesia who arrives in Beacon via meteor, or arrives in Vale via meteor, and the first person you meet is Penny.
Okay.
She ends up joining your team, and you're also joined by a really badass tomboy and a teasy rabbit faunus.
Okay.
Yep, it's pretty good so far. There's no actual dialogue choices, but rather stats unlock new things. It's really good. And also, it is... Sorry, go ahead.
So it's a visual novel, and I see there's a chart, and I see that Velvet is on here.
Yes, Velvet is one of
Interesting.
these
Oh,
side
God damn
routes.
it.
Okay, you got me hooked.
Yes, the chart is the current events that have been made. It's still... The visual novel is still in the making. This is just it's being released as it's made. The Patreon members choose who the rest of the fans vote on to be included in the next update for their, continued events. Currently, there are no male options, but there will be eventually.
In fairness,
Okay.
slim pickings there.
Yeah, fair
They
point.
should just throw in Roman.
I feel
Well,
like
actually-
Roman would be a popular choice.
Yeah, I know, right?
Actually, bit of a spoiler, but Roman is in this visual novel.
Yeah, because I saw Neo was in there, so I was like, they gotta have Roman too.
Yep. What was? Oh, also, it's planned that there will be polyamory.
Yeah.
You have my attention.
So basically, Fallout 4, but they'll probably make a bigger deal about it.
you wouldn't believe who actually suggests the polyamory.
Penny?
Yeah.
That was easy.
What else?
It's
Oh,
kind
and,
Leave it to the robot to come up with a mathematical solution.
Yeah.
yeah. Thing is, I'm like 44 days in, and still none of the team knows that Penny is a robot. She's gone to great lengths to hide it.
Oh yeah, that's the joke.
Like, it's clear she doesn't sleep, but she pretends she does. So it's like, good morning. You had a full night of uninterrupted sleep. Thanks. That's good. How does she know that?
So she's basically doing an Igus then.
Yeah. In fairness,
Yeah.
I guess fucked it up a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
You just fucked what up?
It's Persona 3 thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That is starting to sound better than when you first, brought it up and brought up the team name. Probably me and Zero are a little sensitive about the team name thing, considering we worked so hard on actually making them words. And
Well-
Yeah, I got some really good ones that make sense, and I worked really hard to get those to make sense.
Yep,
So
been there.
So seeing it's P is an A.
Jade with a P in it.
If it's any consolation, it is lampshaded to the point of a recurring gag.
I honestly think
That
they should
doesn't
have made
make
it Japed, Japed.
It's
It's Jape a word.
Yeah, Jake.
Yes.
Today I learned.
So far, Evelyn, the rabbit faunus on your team, is best girl.
In your opinion.
In my opinion, yes. As for the side characters, not sure, but I am farthest with the Yang.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, and and Ruby makes your weapon.
That's not surprising, actually.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I was literally gonna play into Ruby being a tinkerer in my fic. So
That's
Should-
kind of established character trait, to be honest.
yeah.
Yeah,
And I was gonna
should-
try to play more into that because I feel like it's not played into enough in canon.
Do you guys want me to tell
Same.
you what his weapon is?
Not really.
Is it edgy?
No,
What is it?
it's gauntlets and a whip.
It's pretty edgy.
Kinky.
Yeah, I know. Right?
And I've been reading this. Well, I read. There's only this manga that Lucan recommended. It is called Tondemo Skill de Isekai Horo Meshi. I don't know what that translates to.
I noticed
Uh,
that isekai in there.
Yeah, I did
Yes.
too.
Okay, so in this story, this manga, there's only 6 chapters out, but they're all amazing and they're fairly long chapters. So the main character is a ordinary salaryman in Japan, late
Yeah, I heard
20s.
that before. Yeah, I heard that before.
When he's suddenly transported to a fantasy world by a
Oh,
kingdom who needs heroes.
Oh
They
god.
intended to summon 3 heroes,
Oh god.
Yeah.
but he showed up as an extra.
Oh shit.
What? So, while the three heroes get all these great skills, or he gets an inventory skill, an analysis skill, which is standard for anyone brought in from another world. But the only other skill he has is called Food Menu, which lets him pay in-world currency to buy food from his world. So he's looking around He's like, they say they need heroes, they're really well off. Something's weird here. Raises his head. Yeah, I'm not a warrior. Can I go? And
Yeah, I've heard
he
this
gets a
story
severance
about
pay and
1,000
gets the fuck out of
times.
Dodge.
All right, I'm gonna recommend you a better version of that.
I'm not done yet.
Okay.
So his only real skill is that he can buy the ingredients to cook with, but thing is his food is really good, and when eaten by people from this world, it actually boosts their stats temporarily.
Weasel, he has heard this so many times before. You
Okay.
have no idea how many of this type of
I
story
have
he
no
has
idea
read.
how many times I've heard. I'm going to send you Tade no Yusha because it's the shield hero,
Shield
and
hero.
he can't actually attack anything. He has attack stat of 0. He's summoned as the 4th hero of this group, and it's way more interesting in its concepts
You!
and way better written. I bet.
You!
That's the one you
Weasel,
were
give it a
talking
try.
about, by
The
way.
worst that happens is he's wrong.
And then you can rub it in, as we always do.
And if you want to read
Vending
the
machines.
web novel version of Tade no Yusha, which is complete, it's right here.
You've seen this before.
I've seen it before, and I've seen that specific premise of I was summoned as
Okay,
an extra, and I don't have anything, so I'm going to go off and do something on my own and secretly become the most powerful.
Okay, if you're gonna try and one-up me, goodbye.
Oh. He muted himself.
Kenchi,
Yo.
what's up?
Okay, so
Damn it, I said it again.
We're corrupting you.
How's it
all
going,
right. I don't know. I've been here for a while. I haven't been here for a while, so let me think of everything that happened. A lot of things have happened that I'm probably going to forget. Let's start with the freshest thing on my mind. I ordered some fluffy vests.
What?
I ordered some fluffy vests.
Ooh. Lovely.
Fluffy?
Fluffy vests. For my
This
ring
is in
interest.
like the sleeveless, like, tank top type thing, right?
Yes.
You have different nomenclature than we do, so bear with me.
Yes, I did.
And they're fluffy.
Yep. And they were cheap too, $30. They're from our ring entrance. It's great.
Oh, that makes more sense. Why are you buying fluffy clothing? Yeah.
Although I did contemplate buying some extras just for wearing around, because why the fuck not? I'm probably still gonna do that. Winter is coming.
You got spoken to growl at you.
Good.
Thing that just happened.
That was the proper response to me saying that. Let's see. Aside from that, I had that tryout thing 2 weeks ago. It went well. I got invited back and actually had a match on a show. They might put it on a compilation of stuff for like a weekly show they do. I'm not sure. But if it comes out, then I will keep you posted. And I'm supposed to be going back in November, so things went well. Didn't get hurt. Oh, wait. I don't know if I went over this. Did I tell you about my thumb being broken?
Yes.
Did I tell you that I thought I almost broke my other hand?
Ooh.
Because that almost happened, but it's not broken. It just sprained my wrist. So,
Yay.
yeah. So I only have the one injury to the one hand. Small victories.
Yeah,
Let's see what
okay.
else. Let's see what else does Ken have on his docket. Oh yeah, I bought the latest NBA 2K game because it
Oh,
is
the
a
one
yearly
with all the
tradition.
money grubbing.
Yep,
Yeah.
I've spent no money on it because fuck your
man.
microtransactions.
Good man.
But it's a yearly tradition for me and my crew to pick this game up and get dominated online. We haven't been beaten so badly yet, but there's still time. The game doesn't really kick into high gear until December when everyone gets it for Christmas and everything. But one thing I will say about this game
The one thing you will say is...
He's cut out. So, Ken, what's the one thing you want to say about this game?
It's not.
Oh dear. Can't you?
Just. Yes.
I think he's talking about disc golf because that's all I got.
Hold on. Where did I cut out? Damn it.
The one thing you want to say about this game is
The cutscenes are unbearable. They're long and you can't skip them. And all the characters are annoying.
Yeah, that sounds about right for sports.
Yeah. Think about any modern jock douche thing you can think of, and that's what all these cutscenes are. They're not great.
Yeah, sports games with a story rarely work out well. Though I do still remember Eric Sparrow surprisingly fondly for some reason.
That's different. Skateboarding is different. Also, that was a really well done story for a fucking stupid skateboarding game. That was awesome. Fuck Eric Sparrow. God.
Yeah.
There are very few things more satisfying than winning that final challenge again. And then when you go back through the game over again and get to that same spot at the end of the game, you just punch him and take the tape. Great.
Anyway, yeah. So NBA is,
it's an NBA game. That's all it is. It's not better. It's not worse. Actually, the movements are kind of jankier this year than last year, which is weird.
Yeah, they scrimped on the animation budget so that they could put in the money grubbing.
Oh, that. And they, instead of operating everything out of your little loft place where you it's your own little lobby where you invite people and you launch games from there, there's a town.
Okay.
And that town is basically the lobby, the hub. It's really annoying. There's a lot of things they need to fix. You can make your own team full of your friends, but you can't launch that team. You can't all just go in there. Me and my friends tried. They put us in the lobby for the Pro-Am team we were on separately, so we couldn't launch together. So the only way we have to go through completely different channels to just get together, and we have to do it for every single game.
Sounds like the GTA multiplayer problem.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. It is the GTA multiplayer problem.
I'd say that's a shame, but I wouldn't play the basketball game anyway, and the money grubbing would put me off far too much, even if I was a basketball fan.
Yeah.
At that point, I'd be more like, so, are there any other basketball games out there?
There's NBA Live 2018 that's coming out.
Is it also by 2K Games?
No. This is from... Let's see who makes that. Is it... I think it's... Don't want to be certain about this because it's been a long time since I bought an NBA Live game. But I think it is... let's see. Yeah, it's an EA game. EA.
Oh. Okay. EA, I don't get to say this very often, but somehow you now have the opportunity to take the moral high ground. Who am I kidding? They're not going to take it. They're not going to take it. There's going to be more microtransactions.
Maybe, but maybe not for stats.
They're gonna demand $5 so you can watch the title screen.
Look, you need to be more positive than that. Moving on from that because no one cares about that because no one else is talking with you and me.
The A button costs $3.99.
Calm yourself. The new season of Rocket League has started, and I'm in it to win it.
Oh god. Okay.
How's
How's that going for you, considering your teammates suck, if memory serves?
No, one of my teammates sucks. So I don't play triples, I play doubles.
Fair play. Here's the low response.
I'm platinum, so it's pretty great. Things are going well. Everything's coming up Millhouse.
It's a shame because you're Kenchi.
Yeah, but we're all Millhouse inside.
I have a feeling you have a distinct lack of Millhouse compared to literally everyone else on this podcast.
Maybe so, but it's there.
Hmm.
It's always there.
Okay.
With the water up to its ankles, but his cuffs are bone dry.
God damn it, The Simpsons.
Oh, and in my book, I've finally gotten past a point that was blocking me. So I'm on a roll with that again. So yeah. I probably should redo it because apparently it wasn't good enough to keep your interest because no one read it after the first chapter. So probably need to go back and redo it. But that can wait.
It had some problems.
Yeah. No one told me what those problems were, so I didn't know what to fix. So I got to go back in and redo it.
Yeah, I remember Spoken wasn't there at the time.
Guy spent the most time on it.
Spend a lot of time. It looked like he was complaining about a lot of stuff that didn't really matter to me, but that's just me. Maybe he knows better. I have no idea. But yeah, so I have no idea.
So yeah, I'll go back and read it over and fix what stands out to me.
Yeah.
Because I want money. And this book needs to make me money.
Okay.
Someone give me some money. Hey, shit, you got $500 extra.
Technically true.
Come on, man. Help a brother out. Give a crippled crab a crutch.
That paycheck isn't going to come until next Tuesday.
Oh, so I can expect it next Tuesday. You're great, man.
Silence.
I don't know whether that was a demand or just a response. Was just silence. I felt compelled to say it anyway.
Either way. All right, that's it for me. I'm done.
Okay, that's pretty much everyone. So, recommendations.
Nah.
That is resounding no.
I've got one.
Yeah, no, go ahead. Won't shut you down this time.
Okay, this is Dragon Souls Rekindled. It is an Elder Scrolls, well, specifically Skyrim, Dark Souls crossover.
Okay.
It's actually a remake of an old fic that by a guy called Lederhosen. Yeah, that is his username, Lederhosen. He made the original Dragon Souls, got pretty far, I believe up to chapter 12, but then realized his own story could have been better, so he deleted all the chapters and is slowly rewriting it. Unfortunately, I could not read past chapter 1 of his old version because, well, he deleted all the others, so I was only able to read chapter 1 of the current version, but I'll let him explain it. We chatted a bit about it. Let's see. It's a crossover, but it's more of a Dark Souls characters in Tamriel kind of thing, with some pseudo-fusion of both together. And the main conflict is how the Dark Souls characters cause events to progressively spiral out of control, because their presence is disruptive to the already fragile climate of Skyrim. There's also a much more serious take on Skyrim, and it's sort of a thick spick, because, well, in Lederhosen's opinion, a lot of things were handled poorly. Like, for one thing, in this, the villains aren't just sitting around waiting for you to come to them. Alduin is actually a no-fucks-given psychopath who is very intelligent, has minions, and is actively doing stuff while the heroes are running around trying to fix shit.
That's new. Making Alduin less of an Orcus on his throne.
Yeah, in fact, the first chapter, he has chat with his minions who have been waiting for him. The Dragon Priests? They are intelligent minions who have been prepping things for him.
Huh.
Okay, fudging the canon a little bit, but, nothing wrong with that.
And let me link this. The main character, I think the main character Anne is a undead from the Dark Souls world who passes through a rip in time, and she is from after Dark Souls 3 when the Age of Dark is settling in. And I believe she becomes the Dragonborn.
Oh, nice. Yeah, and Weasel, I am sorry for shutting you down earlier. It's just isekai is kind of a sore subject, especially on this podcast. Because I've been talking. There was a time when I just binged isekai stories and spewed them all over the podcast every single week as a recommendation.
Oh God, did he?
For several months
Mm-hmm.
before you even joined the podcast. So
Anyway, any other recommendations?
Go play Danganronpa if you've already played 1, 2, and watched the anime. So
Don't tell me what to spend my money on.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Also, from what the author has said, you know how in Skyrim there's like they talk about all the racism, but you never actually see any of it. Like you play as a Kaji, no one's gonna call you a thief.
Because you'd like to sneak.
Well, he strictly follows the racism is not just an informed attribute of Skyrim. He plans to try and act. Nords are pissed that the Dragonborn is not a Nord.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I think that's kind of in canon Skyrim too.
No. You choose your race and then no one cares afterwards. At all.
Yep.
I
can be a high elf
I
and they won't
swear
care.
it was brought up when I went to.
There are a few random comments that can be made from the guards, mostly.
The guys, who is it? The city that's the main headquarters of the Nords or whatever in the Civil War. That was brought up when I went there to join them as a non-Nord.
So my recommendation, I'm gonna go with a story called Richard Castle Watcher. It's a Castle Buffy crossover, and surprisingly well done. Richard Castle finds out about the supernatural and how the world nearly ends pretty much every year early in his life, and instead of dedicating himself to becoming a mystery writer, he decides, I'm going to see what this whole supernatural business is about. And does for his entire life until Canon Castle starts, and then it becomes a shipping fic, basically. And it's a lot less good. But the early stuff is very, very good, where it just builds up his character in a supernatural setting instead of just crime drama procedural. So it's pretty cool. That's pretty much all I got to say on it. I'm trying to be a bit more concise with my recommendations now. That's pretty much it, unless anyone's got anything they want to add last minute.
Are there any castles in Richard Castle Watcher?
That's a fair question.
Yeah, no, like does he watch castles, or like is that like bird watching?
There is a French palace/villa that his daughter gets kidnapped and taken to at one point.
Close enough.
So it is like bird watching.
All bird watchers hope for the day that their bird knowledge comes in handy.
All bird watchers hope for the day they can get their daughter back from the
bird that took her.
The birds. The awful birds.
The Boyds.
Anyway,
White.
so I guess that's pretty much the episode. Patreon didn't go through, so yeah. That's next week, I think. Or tomorrow. I forget. So I'd like to thank everybody listening to the Fandom Flux podcast, episode 194. If you want to don't that Patreon.
Yeah. Do that?
please. If you want to get in
Did that?
contact, YouTube through comments. Once again, I'd like to thank everybody for listening to the Fandom Flux podcast, episode 194. Bye, everybody.
We're gonna be doing
Bye-bye.
anything special for 200.
Until next time, everyone.
I hope we
See ya.
do something special for 200.